That's why when I was standing at one place, like there were certain things that we couldn't do because it may trigger somebody. We don't want to trigger anybody's trauma. No, you need to be triggered. Because if you're still triggered, then something is still bothering you, which means you are not done healing. Once you are healed, that means the wound is gone. There's no band-aid for somebody to be able to rip off, right? When you're hurt, that means you got a band-aid or a bandage, or you're fully wrapped or whatever. What is that shit called? You get what I'm saying? You got something on that fucking wound covering it up. And so someone is able to come in, rip it a little bit. But when you are healed, there is nothing to rip. You are there's no sword to poke at, because you are done with it. It is gone. It does not bother you anymore. But the only way you can go through that and get to that point is to be triggered, for someone to tempt you. And that's the whole point of all this temptation and shit, is to fight through it. If you never, the absence of it doesn't make you stronger. The absence of it makes you weaker. So having it come into your life, having someone try to traumatize you, having someone trying to hurt you, having someone, because they're going to keep trying. That's how you know how resilient you are. That's how you know how hard you are. That's how you know how tough you are. So many people think that they healing themselves just because they managed to move past someone abusing them. No, because I thought the same thing too, only to realize that, no, bitch, you need help. You thought that yes, you overcame some shit, but you are still not healed. And it's so many people that think that they have healed themselves, that they got themselves through no, you didn't. And you ain't healed the way you think you are, because why are you still bothered? Why are you still triggered by shit? Why are you afraid to avoid your triggers? Oh, I can't go do this because I'm afraid that I might da-da-da. That means that you're not healed from whatever it is, because you shouldn't be afraid of shit. You should be able to face any motherfucking thing and know that you're not going to have a problem with it. You will be able to. Now, if it's just something you just don't want to deal with, that's different. But even if you have to deal with it, you know that you can handle it because you're healed. There is no wound to stab anymore. There is nothing. They don't see a bullet hole in you that they can go stick their finger in and torture you. There's nothing there. And then on top of that, you have armor on now. So you're like motherfucking bulletproof in this bitch. That's the way that shit works. But the only way that's gonna fucking happen is if you're fucking triggered. And people are going to keep triggering you. And once they're done triggering you is when you know, hey, this shit don't bother me no more. And that's a great fucking feeling. You can just fucking laugh at a motherfucker for some shit that they doing to you and not get pissed off. That is the greatest fucking feeling. I be mad at myself when I get mad, because I'm like, fuck, I let them get to me. I hate that shit, because that means that's a lack of self-control when I get pissed off. I don't like letting people get me angry. I don't like losing. I don't like that shit. That's like the one fucking thing I have is controlling myself. And if I'm letting some other motherfucker provoke me, that means that I got something to deal with. Because should nobody be able to fucking provoke me to get me out of character, and that's what the enemy wants. So you can't run away from your triggers. You got to face that shit. Trauma is not a bad thing. Yes, it hurts and it's fucked up, but it is for your own good, and it is very motherfucking necessary. What they say, no, there ain't never been a good sailor who had smooth winds, or whatever the fucking quote is. You ain't good by not going through shit. You get good by going through shit.